Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 6. I just watched Episode 5. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye, and into the eye I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for My Hero Academia if you want to see my reaction videos to these episodes into the chronological order. And I'm gonna put links also for some of the animes that I reacted to, just in case you can be interested, you know, Attack on Titan, Death Note, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, other stuff like that. I'm gonna put some links into the eye. Okay, about the last episode, I knew it, that we would discover the school, that we would discover new students and new teachers. Turned out that we discovered really one new teacher, Shota Aizawa. And that we discovered new students, but we had only the names of 3 of them, and I remember one of these names. Tenya, Lida or Ida. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check that, you know, after this episode, you know, during the editing, I'm gonna check that. But that's already great, you know, 4 new names, and I remember 2 of them. If you know me, you know that it's already great. And in fact, it's even better with the fact that for Tenya, it's the one that I wanted to remember. I think that it's also because of that I remember his name. Because, okay, he can seem like the annoying guy who wants everyone to respect the rules. Like right there, what he said to Katsuki, like, you know, he's teaching him stuff about life. You can be like, okay, that guy is gonna be annoying because he's too severe, he's too like that. But he knows the rules, he wants to follow the rules, so me, I can appreciate that. And just after that, you know, the fact that he wants to see Izuku to tell him that he was sorry, you know, about what he did, the fact that he respects Izuku for what he did, that he remembers that Izuku is way better than him because of what he did and all. Someone who can recognize his mistakes, I'm gonna always be on his side. I'm gonna always defend that person. If you're that clever and that nice and you know what is right and wrong, and you can apologize and you can recognize your mistakes and say that you're sorry to someone and all, I'm always gonna be on your side. I mean, right there with stories, you know, with anime shows that I watch, but also in life. Someone who can recognize his or her mistakes, that person deserves all of my respect. So yes, I'm gonna appreciate that guy. On the contrary of this teacher that I'm not sure to appreciate yet, because, you know, I'm a little divided. I understand what he's doing, you know, with that test, with pushing these students to really use their powers entirely, telling them that in fact during all of this time, schools and all, they were telling them that it was great to have a skirt, but they were not pushing them really to use it. So he wants to test their limits and also to show them what they can truly do. So I appreciate that idea, but the fact that at the end of the day, the last one, you know, with all of these rates is gonna be expelled, that I'm against it, because I find that so bad, so awful, you know, for that student. Because right there, we know what it represents for Izuku to be a part of this school. We know that it was the school of his dreams, you know, like it was, yes, a big dream for him, and he worked hard to enter into it. For me, it's the same for all of these students, you know, they all worked hard, even Katsuki, that I don't fully appreciate. Even him, he worked hard to enter into this course, so yes, you gave them fake up when you accepted them into that school. If it's to expel one of them at the end of the first day, okay, I understand the logic behind that. But to expel someone at the end of the day, it's bad. You can tell to that person, you're gonna have to work harder, like see what I'm expecting from you. But to tell that person, that's it, you're out, go back to your home, go back to your old school, I don't like that. So that's why I'm a little divided about Shota Aizawa. But I didn't like at all how he talked to Izuku. Just the fact that he stopped him when he was beginning to use his quirk, you know, it made me mad. But also to tell him, you have no potential. I was gonna say, who are you to say that to someone? Okay, he's one of the teachers. Okay, he seems to be a great superhero in the sense that his power is really impressive. Feels almost like it's cheating, you know, to use his power, because it means that in front of a villain, the villain, you know, can't use his or her power, so for sure you're gonna win. That's what I mean, like, it feels like cheating to use his power, but no matter what, okay, he's powerful and he's a teacher of this school, but you can't say that to someone, like, it's awful to say that to someone that you don't know anything about. And even more because we saw that he saw Izuku during the exam, so you saw him using his power, so you know that he has a great potential. You understood also the fact that there is something wrong with him using his power, that he's acting like it's the first time that he's using it, which is the case. But to say that to someone, it's really awful. Izuku, he managed, you know, to throw that ball really far away by just using the power in his finger. It was really clever to do it like that, because he knew that for sure he would get hurt, that he's not ready yet. So only into the finger, so he's gonna be only hurt into his finger. That was clever, really clever. We saw also the guy who is using French words but is not French. We saw another girl, they said the name of another girl. I'm not sure of her power. She was jumping and she had a weird tongue. Almost like an animal, you know, like a snake, a serpent. Maybe she has insect powers. I can't remember her power. Something like that. Katsuki, for sure, was arrogant, tried to threaten Izuku, but Izuku responded. That was cool. And it's the first time that Katsuki saw him, you know, using his power, his new power. So I cannot wait to discover how he's gonna react, because he's the only one right there who knows that just some months ago, I mean 10 months ago? No, just some months ago, I'm thinking about the chronology of this anime. Just some months ago, he knows that he didn't have any power, that Izuku didn't have any power. So he's the only one who knows that, so for sure he's gonna be surprised, for sure he's gonna be mad, it's Katsuki. But is he gonna say it to everyone? Are they gonna believe him? I cannot wait to discover how he's gonna react. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier, I think that we have 4 episodes of advance right now. I don't have my schedule in mind. So it means, you know, 4 episodes of advance, it means 2 weeks of advance on my Patreon. And we've extended our 4 reaction parts. Extended reaction parts are still interesting because you know that on YouTube I'm forced to cut each 5 seconds, I'm forced to play with opacity, so if you want the entire scene as I wanted you guys to see it, to share it with you, it's on my Patreon. And it's also the best way to support me. I'm a little reactor, as you can see, you know, by yourself. So if you want to support me, it's on my Patreon. Let's go for this episode. No. Oh, the someone told me. Oh, your jealousy is going way too far. Yeah. Ah, that's why your eyes are going dry because you can't blink. Oh, you were already annoying as a kid. You're Celeste?
ちなみに除籍は嘘が君らの個性を最大限引き出す合理的競技
That's better, and I understand also more the thing.
緑谷保健室でばあさんに直してもらえ
とりあえず助かったけれど僕にはできないことが多すぎた
You can only progress.
学んでいくんだ憧れに近づくために
He's not someone who can give up on stuff.
君は去年の1年生一クラス全員除籍処分にしている
Ah, you did it before?
それってさ君もあの子に可能性を感じたから
Yes! You were not joking with that scene.
先生としてどうなんですかそれは可能性がゼロではなかったそれだけです見込みがないものはいつでも切り捨てます半端に夢を追わせることほど残酷なものはない
Are you talking about yourself? It felt like that.
やっぱ合わないんだよな
He talked about you when he said the superhero did that.
飯田君
指は治ったのかい
リカバリーガールのおかげで
Grandma?
私の個性は人の治癒力を活性化させるだけ治癒ってのは体力がいるんだよ、
嘘で鼓舞されたわ飯田君怖い人かと思ってたけど真面目なだけなんだ
He's not scary, he's not mean.
君は無限女子
村中お
You're
茶
gonna name her like that?
飯田天也君にデク君だよねだって体力テス
You're
ト
gonna name him like that also?
本名はイズクでてかかちゃんがバカにして
That's what I understood with time.
もうデクって頑張れって感じでなんか好きな私
He does?
浅いぞ別称なんだろ
できないことだらけだし頑張らなきゃいけない友達ができたことくらいは喜んでいいですよねヒーロー基礎学
Okay, practical training.
しげープリドアから来た早速だが今日はこれ戦闘訓練
Combat?
入学前に送ってもらった個性届の要望に沿って
Yeah, and I have a costume.
コスチューム
Cool.
着替えたら順次グランドベータに集まるんだ
Let's see your costumes.
学校から入るってのも大切なことだぜ少年少女
No, on the contrary, the total contrary. In French, it's the expression l'habit ne fait pas le moine.
いいじゃないかみんなかっこいいぜ個性届あああれ更新できるよ
本当ですか
しかしその後思っていた個性と違うことが判明した事例があるんだなので 1,2 回の更新は認められてるんだよ
Okay.
イズクあのねいや早とちりかもしれないけど勉強中寝落ちしてた時イズクのノート目に入っちゃってさ
She bought you that jumpsuit.
ひどいことを言ってしまったってずっと引っかかってたの
She's so nice and she's so proud of you.
なのにイズクは諦めないで夢を追い続けてたんだよねごめんねイズクこれからは手放し全力で応援するからね
I love your mom.
母の気持ちだこれを傷して何を着るこれが僕のコスチューム
Except for the face, it's not that bad. Yes, you copied some stuff about him.
飯田君だったんだ
But he looks more like a green rabbit, you know?
ヒーロー保護者か真の探しいヴィランは闇に潜む
Some of you are gonna play the video.
入るシステムはどうなります？
ぶっ飛ばしてもいいんすか？
前澤先生みたいな書籍とかあるんです
このマントやばくない？
Oh,
聖徳太子
really? Even the last one?
設定はヴィランがアジトのどこかに核兵器を隠していてヒーローはそれを処理しようとしている。ヴィランは制限時間まで核兵器を守るかヒーローを捕まえること。
You're with your girl. Oh, you're together, that's really okay. How many are you?
最初の対戦相手はこいつらだ。
You can do it. Come on. Ah, you don't like that, but each time you're surprised that he responds to you.
これは放置せん。怪我を恐れず思いっきりだ。はい。度が過ぎたら中断する。
訓練とはいえヴィランになるのは心苦しいな。
Ah,
デクは個性があるんだ。
yes.
あの海域を見たの。しかし君は二宮君にやけに
It's an euphemism.
俺を騙してたのか。
Trick you? Oh, really? You're taking that personally? Like he did that? All of his life is turning around you. No!
前澤先生と違って罰とかないみたいだし安心し安心してないで。
いや、その相手が勝っちゃうんだから飯田君もいるし。
No!
そっか。
Go fight!
君バカにしてくる人なんだっけ。
すごいんだよ。
あのオールマイトも超えて俺はトップヒーローとなり
You're powerful, that's for sure. But you're not an hero.
何倍も
The definition of it.
だから今は負けたくないなって。あ、いやごめん、ブランカさんには関係ないのに。
あるよ、コンビじゃん。
Ah! Too sweet!
ここではあくまで一生徒。 成績はひいき目なしで厳しくつけるからな。
潜入成功。
資格が多いから気をつけよう。ワン・フォー・オールはまだ調整できないから対人仕様にはあんなのを人に向けて撃ったら殺しちゃう。
You think?
フルで回せ。
You have to use things but to not attack directly someone. You studied during song. Yes, I was gonna say it's not cheating. I'm not gonna accuse him of that. He wants to fight. He's going for it. You're a little predictable. Good job. It studied you also. Like him? Yep, he listened to you. He's not a little kid anymore, he's not 4 years old anymore. And he has powers now. What you ate? To hate? That's a big word, you know, to use the word hate to describe what you feel for him. It's a big word. And no matter what I just said, you know, he's not 4 years old anymore, Izuku. He has powers now. He evolved into his mind. Now he feels, you know, like he's powerful. And not only because of his power, but also because he trained hard, he worked hard, because he has friends now who believe into him, and also he changed. You, on the contrary, you're still the same bully. than when you were 4 years old. You're the same arrogant asshole than when you were 4 years old, saying that even if Izuku could have a power, no matter what, you would be the best and all of that. It didn't change at all during all of these years. And right there, you know, to attack him by surprise, I'm not taking that, you know, as cheating, not at all. Like, since the beginning, since we met him, even, you know, during the exam, Katsuki just wanted to fight, to go into the combat. Like, he was mad to not be into the same arena than Izuku because he wanted to fight against Izuku. So clearly, he has an occasion to finally fight Izuku, he's gonna go for it. So that was not a surprise. The fact that Izuku managed to block him like that, because he studied him, because he studied also all of the superheroes, so he planned the stuff in a way during all of this time that he studied all of them. That's cool, that's pretty cool. But for Katsuki to react like that, for sure he was gonna get angry and so mad, so full of rage. We saw that he reacted badly, you know, when he discovered that Izuku has a quirk, calling him bad names, talking him so badly. It was the teacher, you know, Aizawa, who stopped him. It's a mix, you know, of jealousy, of madness, of rage, of pretension, you know, the fact that during all of this time he thought that he was the best, he would be the only one to enter into that school, and also it's a mix of a lot of bad emotions. But during all of this time, no matter what, I kept repeating, okay, for now, you're really annoying, you're really bad, you're just a bully and it's annoying, but I think that you can be a character who can evolve maybe into the good direction at some point. Your relationship with Izuku maybe can evolve better at some point. The fact that they said that at some point these two were childhood friends, the fact that you, Izuku, you name him Kachan, which is a sweet nickname in comparison of Dekku, I felt it, you know, that it was more like an insult to name Izuku. So I thought, you know, that their relationship could evolve into the good way, and at least, you know, that Katsuki didn't hate Izuku, but just was not considering him like he's not considering anyone, because he thinks so much about himself and only himself. But to use the word hate to say I hate you, that's why I hate you, by remembering that moment, you know, when they were kids, it's a big word really to use. But just before that, you know what he said, you know, asking to Tenya, so really you think that Izuku, he has a quirk, and the other are responding, you saw it like me, like yes, he has one. His reaction, Katsuki, during this moment, it's not about, oh, how did you have it, where did you have it, how is it possible, and all. No. His reaction when he understands that it's real, Izuku has a power, it's to think about himself, like, how can you do that to me, like, how did you trick me like that? Everything is turning around you, like, he's really representing the kind of person, even into real life, who is only thinking about stuff because of how they are gonna impact them, and they are thinking that everything is related to them, is connected to them, that people around them are reacting, are acting, are talking only around them, because of them, about them. Nope. Clearly, nope. You're not the center of the universe. You're the center of your own universe, like everyone is the center of his or her own universe. But not everything is turning around you, and clearly right there, not at all. But yes, the word hate surprised me right there at the end. The end of the first training of the first day of school, the fact that no one is expelled it makes more sense for me because again, I understood the logic behind testing them like that, pushing them to use their powers that much and all. But expelling someone, for me, it was so bad because it was bad for the student who would get expelled, like he entered into the school of his dreams just to get expelled after one day, like it would have been awful. So I prefer the fact that no one got expelled. But the discussion after that between All Might and Shota, it was to say that in fact, in other circumstances, you know, during other years, Shota really expelled people. So right there, the fact that he didn't expel Izuku means that he saw a real potential into him. What Shota responded to that, it was, don't go too crazy, I saw that he didn't have a zero potential. To say that he has a big potential, no, but he doesn't have a zero potential, that's all. But at the same time, what he implied into certain sentences and what he said also during the previous episode about that other superhero who did that and that, I think that he was talking about All Might. I think that right there he talked also about All Might, you know. Maybe he's beginning to make a connection between All Might and Izuku. He saw something. For sure, there is an history between these two, you know, something happened. What he implied, it was almost like, I know what it is, you know, when someone is stealing your dreams, something like that. Can it be possible that maybe Shota wanted to be a great superhero and All Might appeared during that moment and stole, you know, the popularity that he was supposed to have? Maybe it's something like that? I don't know, it's my theory for now. But there is something right there between these two and also between Shota, who can discover what is happening between All Might and Izuku. All Might as a teacher, why not? I mean, that test, that new test, why not? A real combat, why not? That was cool, you know, to see all of their costumes. His mother, Izuku mother! The fact that she bought him that jumpsuit, you know, to tell him, okay, now I'm gonna support you, I'm sorry that I didn't do it, that I said that when you were a kid, but now I'm right there, I'm proud of you, I'm gonna support you. Okay, she didn't use these words, but it was to say that, and we can see it no matter what into her eyes, the fact that she's so proud of you. I love his mom, she's sweet, she's nice. And it's cool, you know, that Izuku wanted to have that jumpsuit into his costume. That was cool. His jumpsuit, for me, it didn't look at all like All Might jumpsuit. And for me, it's a green rabbit costume. At this point, like that, for me, it looks like a green rabbit. Why not? But I'm not sure that it's fitting with his power. For me, their costumes, they have to fit with their powers. I mean by that they have to represent it, to be related to it in a way. We'll see. You're making friends with the girl, with Tenya, and you saw yourself that Tenya is not a bad guy, is not someone mean, that maybe you can be friends with him. I'm glad, because that's what I think. I said it. I feel that I'm gonna appreciate Tenya. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right there and I'm gonna stop this little session of binge watching. So it's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Hey.